Hello and welcome you all in the course of Probability and Statistics. I am your instructor Hardik Joshi. Today we should learn about chi-square distribution and its application. So let's start to see what is the chi-square distribution. So test of hypothesis for population variance. So these are the first basic difference. So test of hypothesis for population variance of the normal population. So up to till stage we have to check or test the hypothesis now corresponding to the population mean. But when we have to check the hypothesis corresponding to the population variance, so we have to use this chi-square distribution. Population mean is assumed to be unknown. So these are totally opposite situation. Up to previous T distribution, Z distribution, the test statistics is to check whether the mean is reject or not rejects. On the basis of population variance is not known. But in this case is totally opposite. Say these are the test of hypothesis for population variance, where the population means is assumed to be unknown. Let's start the procedure. So let mu and sigma square be respectively the mean and variance of the normal population. So remember the one thing, chi-square distribution is also follow the normal population, where sigma square, that is variance, is known and mean is unknown. So these are the main characteristics. Sigma square is known, that is variance is known, but mean is unknown. These are the main characteristics of the chi-square distribution. If say sigma naught square is an admissible value of sigma square, then on the basis of this we have to frame the null hypothesis, that is the population variance sigma square and sigma naught square are not significantly different. Up to this stage we have to check if there is a significant difference in the mean, and there is no significant difference in the mean. But right now in chi-square distribution we have to check whether there is a significant difference, whatever test statistics you have to apply before and after. Now in the against of this we have to define the alternative hypothesis, which also includes the parameter variance, that is the two-sided alternative test. The variance before and after both are not equal, that is in against of this. Now these are the one-sided tail, that is sigma square greater than sigma naught square, that is more precisely one-sided right tail test. These are similarly one-sided left tail test. Now step number 2, we have to gather the data, that is let x is x1 x2 up to xn, where n denotes the total number of observation. Remember again in this distribution the total number of observation is less than 30. In again T distribution the data, that is n is less than 30. When n is greater than 30, then we have to go through the Z statistics. Now step number 3. Before check whether our null hypothesis is reject or not reject, so definitely we have to define the level of significance alpha. The well-known level of significance is 1% and 5%. Now step number 4. These are the chi-square statistics. So we have to remember this parameter. So chi-square is equal to n minus 1 s square upon sigma naught square. Now this formulation is given by the Karl Pearson, and he used the Greek letter chi-square. That's why it's known as the chi-square distribution. Yeah, sometimes is known as the Karl Pearson distribution. So we have to remember this, chi-square is equal to n minus 1 s square upon sigma naught square on the basis of the null hypothesis h0. The approximate sampling distribution of the test under the null hypothesis is the chi-square distribution with n minus 1 degree of freedom. So again in this chi-square distribution, these are known as the degree of freedom. So degree of freedom for chi-square distribution is n minus 1. Now step number 5. In step number 4, we have to identify the chi-square statistics Step number 5, we have to gather the information what is sigma, that is variance, sigma square, standard deviation. Then just plug in each and every value and we have to observe the chi-square value, that is chi-naught square, that is observe chi-square distribution. In step number 6, we have to identify the critical value, that is the tabulated experimental. This E suffix E stand for the experimental. So in step number 6, we have to identify the experimental chi-square value. So these are the two-sided tests, these are the one-sided right and left test respectively. So on the basis of this, so chi-naught square less than equal to chi-square. Now for two-sided, the degree of freedom is n minus 1 and level of significance two-sided, so is 1 minus alpha by 2. Now one-sided right alternative test is n minus 1 alpha. Similarly, one-sided left tail test, we have to use this one. Step number 7, we have to give our decision whether the null hypothesis is reject or not reject on the basis of this. If it satisfies this observation, then we have to say that the null hypothesis is rejected. If it is in against of this observation, then we have to say that the null hypothesis H0 is not rejected. So let's start the example for better understanding of the chi-square distribution. So the question tells that the weight, now weight is given in the kg, kilogram, of 8 students of the class say 7. So observation tells that they have to collect the data from the 7th class students, and there are total 8 students whose weight is reported respectively 38 kg, 42 kg, 43 kg and so on, 50 kg. Now test the hypothesis that the variance of the population is 48 kg. So we have to check the hypothesis. So variance of this population is 48 kg, assuming the population is normal. So the definition tells that the population is follow the normal distribution. Population is normal, and also it is given say mu, that is mean, is unknown. So let's start the solution. So step number 1, we have to frame the null hypothesis on the basis of this data. So H0, that is sigma square, that is variance, is 48 kg. So definitely in null hypothesis we have to define whatever the definition tells, we have to assume that it is true. So the definition tells that the variance of the population is 48 kg. That's why we have to assume so variance is 48 kg. On the basis of this, we have to define the alternative hypothesis. So variance is not equal to 48 kg. That is, population variance cannot be 48 kg. So step number 2, we have to gather the data. Now the definition collects the data of 8 students. That's why the size of the sample n is equal to 8. Now level of significance. Here we have to consider the level of significance is 5% level of significance. It is our choice. Now step number 4, we have to identify the test statistics. So already we have to discuss the test statistics. Chi-square is equal to n minus 1 s square upon sigma naught square. Now it follows the chi-square distribution with degree of freedom is this n minus 1. These are known as the degree of freedom. Now step number 5, we have to calculate the test statistics. So first of all, we have to prepare a table for just simplicity. So the value of chi-square under the null hypothesis is given by this distribution table. So to find x bar, so first of all we have to calculate the mean. Mean is nothing, the sum of xi upon n. So we have to find out the sum of weight of 8 students, that is 368 kg divided by 8. So we have to get the mean weight of 8 students is 46 kg. So we have to write down the individual data, and on the basis of this we have to find out xi minus x bar. But x bar is 46. So 38 minus 46, that is minus 8. 42 minus 46, that is minus 4, and so on. Finally, we have to find out xi minus 46 square, that is the square of this particular cell, that is minus 8 square, that is 64, minus 4 square 16, and so on, 4 square 16. Finally, we have to find out sum of this last column, that is sum of xi minus x bar square. So sum of this column, that is 64 plus 16 plus 9 plus 16, so it splits 162. So next we have to find out the x square is nothing but just simply sum of xi minus x bar square. Just we have to calculate in our previous slide. So is 162 divided by n minus 1, but n is 8, so 7. So 162 divided by 7, so it splits x square is approximately 23 point something. So next we have to obtain the observed chi-square value. So is n minus 1 s square upon variance. So just by plugging the value of s square, this n minus 1 is in here is in numerator and here is in denominator, so is cancel out. So just by plugging this value s square, simplification leads sum of xi minus x bar square upon sigma naught square. But this value we have to calculate is 162. Sigma naught square also we have to calculate is 48. So by simplifying this, we have to get the observed chi-square value is 3.375. Step number 6, we have to obtain the experimental chi-square value. So is a two-sided alternative test. Level of significance is 5%. So we know that the degree of freedom is n minus 1. So 8 minus 1, 7. Degree of freedom is 5. So here we have to write down 0.025 because it's a two-sided test. So we have to collect this value 16.01 and 1.69 from the chi-square distribution table. So in the next slide, we have to show how we can collect this value 16.01 and 1.69 from the chi-square distribution table. So see, these are the chi-square distribution table. The degree of freedom is 7 and level of significance 5%, and we know that is reported by say alpha by 2. Alpha, that is 0.05 divided by 2, that is 0.025, so it leads 16.01. And also we have to see in the procedure, say when is a two-sided test, then we have to observe say 1 minus alpha by 2. That is 1 minus alpha by 2, but alpha by 2 that is 0.025, and we have to subtract say 1 minus alpha by 2, so it leads 0.975. So it gives the value 1.69. That's why we have to take this two value 1.69 and 16.01 for the comparison with the observed chi-square distribution. So step number 7. On the basis of the observed distribution, we have to check whether the null hypothesis is rejected or not rejected. See here, why we have to consider this two value, say at 0.975 and 0.025, because when chi-square is a two-sided test, then we have to observe say n minus 1, that is degree of freedom, and alpha by 2, that is level of significance, and also we have to collect 1 minus alpha by 2. Alpha 5%, that is 0.05 divided by 2, that's why we have to take this value 0.05 divided by 2, so it leads 0.025, and 1 minus alpha by 2 leads this value 0.975. So that's why we have to take this two value. And observe chi-square value is 3.37, and the chi-square statistics suggest that if the observed chi-square value is less than equal to experimental chi-square value, so in that case the null hypothesis is rejected. But when we have to consider this 1 minus alpha by 2, that is this one, say n minus 1, so 7, 1 minus alpha by 2, that is 0.975. So these are the experimental chi-square value. So it tells 1.69, and the observed chi-square value is 3.37. So definitely the experimental chi-square value is less than observed chi-square value. So is in against of this. So hence the x naught is not rejected. So finally we have to conclude that thus the population variance can be regarded as 48 kg. So thank you so much for paying your attention.